We discussed in our last video the fights between Alfredo and Ippo. This time, we will discuss the fight between Sendo and Alfredo. By the way, there's quite a time gap from the fight of Ippo and Alfredo. Ippo was retired from boxing and is currently coaching. Sendo went to Mexico to personally challenge Alfredo for a boxing match. This is after his camp's challenge was repeatedly declined. Sendo arrived in Mexico and met the Scamaras brothers, who helped him try to locate Alfredo's gym. However, they ended up at the gym of the pound-for-pound king Ricardo Martinez, who needs a strong sparring partner. Here we learn that Sendo's new nickname is the Mexican Killer because he consecutively defeated his Mexican opponents. Alfredo quickly went to Ricardo's gym because this is the first time his training was made public. Alfredo wants to go there because Ricardo has been continuously declining their rematch. By the way, the reason for this is that even though Alfredo is number 2 in the featherweight division, he's been defeated by Ricardo twice already, so Ricardo feels he has nothing more to prove. Alfredo said that Ricardo has never been knocked down, not even in a sparring session. So Alfredo wants to fight and knock him down in sparring to force their third match. The sparring between Sendo and Martinez has started, but it quickly ended after 3 rounds and we found out that none of Sendo's punches connected and he was just getting beaten. The fight continued, but so did Sendo's beatdown. When Alfredo arrived at the gym, he was surprised to see Sendo standing in the ring while Ricardo was kneeling. Guys, this is the first knockdown of Ricardo's entire boxing career. In case you didn't know, when this sparring took place, Ricardo had a record of 69 wins and 0 losses, so everyone was shocked to see Ricardo fall. Sendo then challenged Alfredo to a fight, and Alfredo was getting ready to enter the ring. Ricardo suggested making it an official boxing match to be held in 3 months in Mexico City. Whoever wins that fight will get a title shot against Ricardo. But Sendo didn't agree with the proposal and said, "What if I lose? You think you're a god who can't be defeated? Let me clarify, the reason why you haven't lost yet is because you haven't fought me." Then he said that his real intention is to fight Alfredo, so he doesn't care about Ricardo's proposal to fight the winner. When Sendo returned to Japan, he went to see Ippo. He said that he now understands the importance of his upcoming fight with Alfredo, because Alfredo defeated Ippo, who in turn defeated Sendo twice, so he's certain that Alfredo will give him a fierce and good fight. Next, we learn that he's asking Ippo for help to get information about Alfredo, what kind of punches he throws, and other strategies to use against him, because our protagonist has personally experienced it. Our protagonist said that Alfredo's punches are indeed solid and extremely accurate. He then mentioned Alfredo's unique personality, or what their camp calls Metzli mode, which is similar to how Sendo fights, very wild and very brutal. The two began mid-training to demonstrate Alfredo's punches. He mentioned next that Alfredo's left and right hooks are his killer punches. When Sendo left, he said to himself that our protagonist has indeed become much stronger. After the match of the 3 fighters that Ippo trains, Aoki, Kimura, and Itagaki, he told Kamogawa that he still wanted to learn more about boxing. So Kamogawa told our protagonist that he was going to Mexico to learn more, because there are famous and skilled boxers there. He would also watch the match between Sendo and Gonzales. Upon landing in Mexico, the Scamaras brothers picked up Ippo. He went straight to the gym where Sendo is training. Sendo and Alfredo met for their weigh-in. Sendo being very cocky is just really something. Cool. The next day, the day of their match arrived. Introducing Takeshi Sendo, also known as El Tigre or the Mexican Killer. Next introduced was the world's rank 2, Alfredo Metzli Gonzales. Sendo also said that this is the strongest opponent who defeated Ippo, so he is really excited for this match. The match began, and as they were about to touch gloves, Sendo seemed to greet Alfredo with a powerful punch. Here, Sendo introduced himself to all of Mexico, showing how strong and heavy his punches are. However, Alfredo taught him a lesson by connecting consecutive punches on Sendo. Sendo continued to throw all-out punches, but Alfredo easily evaded them and counterattacked while maintaining his distance. Until the end of round 1, Sendo was unable to connect a single punch and just got beaten up. When round 2 started, Sendo once again showered with left punches, but when he managed to deflect Alfredo's punch, Sendo told him to show his true form. Because that's who he wanted to fight, the ferocious one who knocked down Ippo. Little by little, Sendo started to gauge Alfredo's punches and connected a left straight to his defense. With the power of that punch, Alfredo was thrown back. It seemed like Sendo was sending a message with every punch he threw, that he's tired of Alfredo's pretend style, and they should just enjoy a fierce brawl. Due to the strength of the punches that Sendo was throwing, Alfredo was completely cornered, and he showered Alfredo with solid punches, but he was countered with a powerful uppercut that sent him flying. We learned here from Alfredo's coach that because of his fights with Ippo, his Mesli mode became stronger and more ferocious. As Sendo calmly approached, out came the newly improved Mesli mode, bloodthirsty but still calm. A fierce brawl in the middle of the ring started, but the match seemed to have turned one-sided and Sendo got beaten up. Because of the storm-like punches, Sendo was the one who got cornered, and Alfredo rained down different punches. But he was suddenly surprised by Sendo with a bomb-like smash. The punch was so strong that it lifted Alfredo's entire body and sent him spinning in the middle of the ring. And they both rushed towards each other. These two are really fierce and the match is just so exciting. It's a real slugfest. A breathtaking exchange of punches began, but only Alfredo was connecting punches in that exchange. And that's how round 2 ended. This is where Sendo realized how different the level of world-class fighters is. Because his plan was to exchange punches even if he was getting hit. But all round, he was the only one getting beaten up and hit. While pondering, it was noticed that the key to Alfredo's clean punches was his positioning. Round 3 has started and they met again in the middle of the ring. Sendo is determined to charge and not to be deterred, even though he is being countered repeatedly. Indeed, the spectators seem fascinated by the ongoing match because of the intensity of the punches thrown by the two boxers, and Sendo continues to throw punches with all his strength. Even though Sendo continues to get hit, his fighting spirit doesn't seem to fade away, and he fearlessly keeps charging without pause. Sendo's coach then stated that in every aspect, whether boxing IQ or experience, Alfredo is superior. So all he could do was pray and have faith in Sendo. Ippo, who was watching, also said that Sendo is slowly closing the gap. He is reducing Alfredo's breathing room by positioning himself as he advanced. After a heavy flurry of punches, Sendo connected a smash to the solar plexus. And that's how round 3 ended. This fight is so intense and it's so thrilling, I don't know who will win in the end. In both corners, it seems like both boxers are running out of gas. But Sendo is at a bigger disadvantage here because he took more and stronger punches. Round 4 has started, and both warriors charged quickly. In the middle of the ring, Alfredo and Sendo again unleashed a rain of punches. Little by little, Sendo is recovering and simultaneously connecting punches. When Alfredo landed a powerful right straight, Sendo retaliated with a smash that shook his opponent's knees. Sendo charged again, moving closer, but Alfredo immediately landed a combination of hooks and uppercuts, and once again, they both landed simultaneous punches. These two warriors seem to be enjoying the battle in the middle of the ring. When Alfredo landed a solid right hook, the referee stopped it. Turns out that his hand taping had come off due to sweat and it needed fixing. When Sendo's second tried to prolong the tape fixing for Sendo to rest, Ippo suddenly yelled not to waste time because Sendo is already fired up and it would be wasted if it's prolonged. The fight continued and they met again in the middle of the ring. Their punches have connected simultaneously several times, but little by little Sendo is taking the lead and Alfredo admits that as the fight goes on, he seems to be getting stronger. Sendo said that he was waiting for the kind of punch that knocks out Ippo because it would be the answer to further improve him. Slowly, Alfredo is becoming scared of Sendo's punches. Sendo then threw a solid uppercut. Even though Alfredo was able to dodge it, you could see the damage it had inflicted. Alfredo got worried as his hands started to go numb, and he was also losing strength in his legs, so he told himself that he needs to finish this fight. But he was shocked when he saw Sendo approaching. He blocked the punch using his forehead, and due to that, a bone in Sendo's right hand was broken. He stopped charging because of the pain he felt in his broken hand. After resting, Sendo fearlessly charged again. Using his left fist, they exchanged punches again. During their second exchange of punches, it seemed they were both exhausted, but neither of them agrees to go down. And they exchanged punches for the third time, which sent Sendo flying. He charged again and their straights connected once more. When Alfredo thought that Sendo was finally exhausted and about to go down, he was shocked and unleashed a smash that solidly connected with Alfredo, which quickly knocked him down. Because of that punch, Takeshi Sendo was quickly declared the winner. After the fight, Alfredo approached happily and sportingly congratulated Sendo, and with that, he bid his farewell to the boxing ring. That was an intense fight. It was breathtaking. Sendo's punches were also very explosive. What comes around goes around. We can really say that as long as it's in the ring, anything can happen. If you remember, our protagonist beat Sendo twice, but it was Sendo who knocked down and made the guy who beat Ippo retire. Pretty cool, right? That's why the upcoming events in Hajime no Ippo are exciting. Let's look forward to the thrilling events that will happen soon. So don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with the upcoming intense fights. This is Onii-Chan. See you next time, guys.